So Seamilk and I, well, here we are. We have just had dinner with who?
With my father-in-law and his like rich, weird buddies that played the stock market successfully.
Yeah, and we had lunch in this absolutely disgusting restaurant. Sorry to say.
Dude, my stomach is not feeling well right now.
This is a place where they repair front-end loaders and their trucks get their tires and that kind of thing. And little boys pee on the side of the road. And everybody watches them pee because it's apparently a fun thing to do.
I'm about to join him, but from the other end. I seriously do not feel well.
But yeah, we'll show you some footage of how they prepare the lovely meat that we just consumed. But for some reason, I feel like we should be talking about leftover women.
You know why? Because there's 4 of them over there. Actually, they're not leftover.
No, you're lying.
They're still young.
Yeah. But maybe the one behind, no, she's married.
Yeah, she's married. Well, it just reminded me of it, okay?
Yeah.
So that's why we're going to talk about it.
Okay, anyway, we're going to talk about leftover women. Let's hit the road. Let's
Sure.
get out of here,
Let's
dude.
get out of here. It's disgusting.
Yeah. So, Seamilk, you know, a couple of episodes ago, we spoke about the women's shortage in China. And we kind of touched on the fact that there are these things called leftover women.
Yeah.
Well, I should say people, not things.
Sure.
Anyway, sorry, just adjusting my camera. Okay, so maybe you can explain to everybody what a leftover woman is.
Okay, leftover woman is quite a conundrum actually, because there's 41 million leftover men, right? Surplus men.
I don't know if you call them leftover men, maybe just very frustrated.
I'm going to say frustrated men. So
Yeah.
why are there all these women that can't find, spouses? Well, the problem is that if a woman focuses on her career or gets married or decides to get married too late, then around 30 and 40 years old, a man considers her kind of, let's say, useless. Not useful to bear children. In a chauvinist society like China, it's caused a big problem. So you got a ton of these intellectual, successful women who are not that old, but are unmarriageable. And then you have a lot of frustrated young men who can't find wives because those women wouldn't marry someone from the countryside.
Correct. I mean, look, there's another side to it too, not just people focused on careers. I've actually met girls here in China who are real prudes, and they basically just keep looking for the perfect man, and they kind of they do not want to settle, and so they miss out. They just get to a point where they get too old and not marketable anymore.
Hey, Winston, your indicator's on.
Oh, really? Damn it. Okay,
Tag,
cool.
you're it.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta make a turn, right?
Yeah, it's not here. It's probably
coming soon.
It is coming soon
to a Yangtun near you.
Yeah, let's just take the next. Let's see.
We're supposed to go in this ancient village inside here, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be an ancient village. Yeah.
I see.
We could probably take
piece
any
of shit village is what I
Yeah.
see. Okay, yeah, we take it right up here, I think.
Okay, not into that empty parking lot. Let's just go down here.
Okay.
I don't believe this is the correct one, but this is it. I recognize it.
This is it. Make no mistakes. This is it.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Okay, we're here.
Okay, cool.
So let's explore here and talk more about this topic.
Okay, so leftover women. Now, as we talked about before, because China is a very agricultural society, as you'll see, we're about to go into a very sort of rural area. It's all about farming.
Yeah.
And, when you farm, the most important thing is to have lots of young, strong men to till the fields and sit around and for the whole day and do nothing, like these folk.
This is a very normal scene.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the thing, and of course you have lots of children, and that's good. So you have a wife, and you have a nice family, and you run a successful farm, and that's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all about having kids, and if a woman is too old to bear children, they are deemed useless in Chinese society, which is a disgusting thing because nobody is ever useless.
Right.
And I'm from the school of thought that respect women equally no matter what the situation is. Anyway, so this thing happens. Women get older, they can't get married, and then they just basically have to seek, foreigners and look elsewhere, go overseas.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a very good situation.
Yeah, I mean, there is a weird phenomenon where these leftover women will seek out foreigners because they know they won't face the same judgment.
Yeah, because foreigners don't care. They will also very happily take on a lady who has already got children, like a single mother. You know, that kind of thing doesn't bother them. Well, that's kind of nice.
It is kind of nice. You actually talked about in your Extorted in China video.
Yeah.
About a girl. She was probably like 28. Would you say?
Yeah. She's 20s. Yeah.
Well, she got. I mean, long story short, the guy got like extorted for money or whatever, and she basically was super clingy and crazy. Now. That kind of attitude happens around women of that age because they know that if they don't get married around that age, they're pretty much done for, right?
Correct.
But I've noticed not that attitude in younger girls. So
yeah, it's changing.
Like, the older the girls, the more clingy they are and more like obsessed they are to get married to you.
Yes.
With the younger girls, right. Like I'm seeing a massive change, and I see high schoolers, right? Yeah. And I'll see that a lot of high schoolers, not when I came here, they never had boyfriends and girlfriends, or if they did, it was super secret.
Yeah.
But now, like, they'll, post photos of them at a hotel together, insinuating that they're having premarital sex. So the attitude towards casual dating has completely changed.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, they've just let off all these fireworks.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is interesting.
You're absolutely on the money there, and there is that whole fine that the family will charge you money if you waste a woman's youth.
Right.
If you're not serious and you break up with her,
sure,
and you've been together with her as a boyfriend or girlfriend for too long, or fiance or something, and you waste her youth, you must pay a lot of money, like it's hundreds of thousands of RMB usually. Yeah. Huh.
This is just someone's crap house.
It is. Well, this is rural China, ladies and gentlemen. This is what 90% of China looks like when you get out of the big cities. Yep. It
does actually. Yeah. I'm not gonna try to defend that.
And there are some charming little old buildings and things, but there's a lot of this new, really
I just don't like this new stuff.
It's absolutely soulless. Like these buildings over here, by the way, we asked, when were these buildings built?
50 years ago.
Yes.
We were told to come here because it's an ancient village, and now it's a 50-year-old building.
Yeah, it's 50 years ago. What would you say buildings in America look like that are 50 years old?
Certainly not like this, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here. Village basketball court.
Courtyard thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
There's a ping
we're
pong
kind of wavering off topic here, so let's try to...
because we're adventuring.
Yeah. I mean, what is there to actually say about this whole situation? Because people have asked us to talk about this, and that's why we brought it up. I was going to say, I think it's going to get better before it gets worse. I don't think it's going to get worse. I think it's because the attitudes about dating and sex and all that stuff is having a really positive effect on this. Mm-hmm. Also, I've noticed that the whole chauvinist society of China has kind of shifted towards women and taking careers now, which I think is fantastic. Yeah. I think in the countryside it will continue for a long time. Sure. Women just don't seem to have any such power. Just at lunch there, the woman was saying, like, they're talking about how men in China retire at 60 and women retire at 55, and we were making jokes that you could never have that difference, right? Sure.
And she said, well, 55 is too old for a woman to retire, even in her mind, thinking that women aren't as useful as men. Sure. So I think the urban attitude will get better, and the countryside attitude will get worse. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's not much that can be said about this, because this is it's all built on this very ingrained tradition that's going on in China, and at least for another generation or two, it's going to continue to kind of be this silly situation where you get people basically saying, "Oh, you're too old, I'm not going to marry you," which is absolute nonsense, So I really hope that they can get over this silly sort of attitude of theirs.
Sure, totally agree.
Because I see a situation where there are a lot of unhappy women and a lot of unhappy men, and if they would just get past these very silly cultural barriers, they'd all be happy. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
Yeah, so, anyway, I suppose that's it. You got anything you want to say to our subscribers?
Well, no matter your age, no matter whether you're a man or a woman, I like you all the same. And you know what I'd like even more is if you liked, commented, and subscribed.
On top of that, whether you're leftover or not, if you're the main meal or in the doggy bag, doesn't matter. Just remember that there are people out there, so just keep looking, and as always, just stay awesome. When I close my eyes
singing. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards,